Welcome to today's video. I hope everyone is doing super well and having a really great week. Today, we're going to do two looks using the Brown Sugar palette from Colourpop. Want to see what they look like? This is one of them. And sit back and take a break with me. So real quick before we get into them, this is what the palette looks like. There are 3 shimmers and 6 mattes. They're pretty neutral tones, but they're a little deeper than some neutral palettes, which is kind of fun. It is a collaboration with Karrueche. I feel like I'm probably butchering that, but so it's a collab with Colourpop and Karrueche, and let's get into the first look. So the first thing I did was take Sorrel and put it all over the lid. And then I used the color Chai into my crease. And just kind of blended that out really well. Chai leans slightly orange. Just made sure that was really good and blended. And then I took the shade Henna and put that a little lower than Chai to kind of add more definition to the crease. Then I mixed Henna and Sauté to deepen up the outer corner. Now with these shadows, I will say that if you build up slowly and knock off your excess like crazy along the way, I don't have issues with fallout. But if you try to hurry and build things up too quickly, I feel like you will end up with more fallout. Next thing I did was take Sauté in a smaller brush right on the outer corner to try to deepen that very edge of that up a little bit more. I went back into Chai to kind of add that, to blend it out a little bit. I sprayed my brush with the matte and poreless setting spray from Colourpop just to make sure that I didn't have fallout from the shimmer, and the shimmer that I used was amber, kind of in this inner 2/3 of my lid. And then I flipped my brush over. Well, I yelled at my husband first. I do flip my brush over and try to blend that into the outer color so there was a nice transition. And then I went back into Sauté and I put that all over the lower lash line. Connecting that to the outer corner. And then I went back in and I blended some more. Alright, so this is the first look that I have found that I really like to create using the Brown Sugar palette. I really like it. It doesn't take a super long time. I just think it looks really pretty neutral, and could wear it every day. I'm not going to do lash or mascara and all that with this just because I am going to take it right back off and go into the second one. So let's get into that. So for the second look, the first thing I did was take the shade Auburn and I put that all over the lid. I did blend it quite a bit. And then I went into the shade Jamocha and I added that to the crease. blend, blend, blend. And then I went into this shade Sorrel. I just wanted to kind of diffuse that color a little bit using the lightest shade in the palette. Oh, check out that gray hair. Yikes. I mixed Auburn and Sauté to deepen up the outer corner. I didn't want it to go too brown because I feel like Auburn is kind of a gray brown, if you will. I wanted to keep the look a little more on that kind of color, not so brown brown. My description for colors is great, right? I sprayed my brush with a little bit of the Colourpop Pour Matteless Setting Spray, I think it is, just to wetten it a little bit. And then I used the shade Ginger on the inner 2/3 of my lid. I do flip my brush over to the side that I didn't put the product on and blend that into the shades that are on the outer corner. And I went into Ginger and put that under the lash line. And then I took the shade Auburn and put that underneath of that, connecting it to the outer corner. And that is the second look. All right, so I went ahead and did the rest of my makeup. Here is our second look using the Brown Sugar palette from Colourpop. So my thoughts on this, I really like it. If you go slow and build things up slowly, like I hardly had any fallout to deal with, which is really nice. I think that it's a good palette to throw in your bag and travel with. Is that plastic packaging, which is nice. It does have a nice mirror. I really like it. Beautiful neutral colors, but they're a little richer than some neutral palettes I've seen, so that's nice too. I'm gonna go through and I'll tell you what else I put on my face, just in case you're curious. I have the, my goodness. But yeah, the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Foundation on. I used I should just not speak ever. Pretty Vulgar powder for concealer, the Revlon Photo Ready Candid. I have an Anastasia Beverly Hills lip gloss in the shade Saint Tropez. Oh, what else do I use? Butter bronzer, Wet n Wild Precious Petals Mega Glow Highlight, and a Note blush. This is the shade Desert Rose, and Seal the Deal Long Lasting Setting Spray from Flower Beauty. This thing has an awesome sprayer. It is such a light mist that it does feel like super refreshing. I haven't used it long enough to be able to speak on the formula of it and how it holds my makeup, but the sprayer, I was like, whoa, it's such a fine mist. I don't know if I can show you it all, but like, it's just such a fine mist. I really like the way that it feels when I spray it on my face. Alright, let's get into some swatches. Forgive my nails, work has been rough on them this week. So we have the shade Chai, Jamocha, Amber. That's so pretty. Ginger. Now Ginger almost has a shift to it. I don't know if it'll... It's really pretty. Auburn. Sauté. This is Sauté right there. And then we have Sorrel. If that one's gonna pick up. Henna. These two are pretty close. This one is Saute and this one's Henna. This one's just slightly more red. And then Chalk. So what the 9 shades look like. So I really like this palette. So far I've really enjoyed playing with it, and I've liked some of the looks that I've come up with using it. I feel like it's an easy palette. It's easy to go to because it's easy to see what you can create with it. So while I like to be super, creative sometimes when I'm in a hurry, like mornings, I would rather have something that I don't really have to think about, and this is great for that. And you can still get some really beautiful looks. Alright, if you like videos like this, please consider subscribing before you go. We do lots of makeup related things, subscription boxes, trying new things, playing with makeup. We would love to have you join our little family. And I will see you next time. I hope you have a great, great day. Bye-bye.